Hello, one and all. Hello, happy Sunday, everybody. Hello, Patu. Hello, Sparkle Stash, and always Eric up in here, Drew, and Chan Chan Cosplay, and Kane, and Athelian, and hello. So it's Sunday, hooray, it is Sunday tutorial day, like my absolute favorite day for streaming. Hey Lizzie, what is going on? And Nika, hello, yay, Nika Wells, that is, Monica, who's their new cosplay name is Nika Wells, and I personally love it and think that it is a great cosplay name. And hello, Amelie and Link. And hey, Brad, how are you doing? Oh, and thank you, Brad. I just saw. Look at, okay, so I got, first off, I got my bit emotes. Look at, did you see what was happening there? The bits were working. Hooray. So I totally figured it out. And thank you so much, Brad, for the donation just up in there before I even started. So that is awesome. You are amazing. I totally saw that and I hardcore appreciate it. So as always, starting the streams, I just want to, hey, X-Took, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. I just want to, as I will start my stream, see how your guys' weekend went. How did everybody have a good weekend? Did you guys do anything super exciting or anything crazy? So yeah, totally bits. I'm like, I get it now. And I figured it out, and I figured out how to make things like happen on the screen because I'm like super bad with technology, as like the nature of today's show is going to be totally based on all sorts of electronics and everything. So you can see I've got my like plethora of stuff in front of me right here. And I'm going to be trying to explain everything in as simple of details as possible. Oh, hey, Kurt Long. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm going to be trying to explain everything in as simple of terms as possible. Oh, yeah, taxes. I gotta get on that. Like, I gotta do an H&R Block or something tomorrow because I've been so bad with trying to get that stuff done. Hey, Dax, how are you doing? Yay. Oh, the Rockets just lost. Oh, brutal. Oh, I'm not too... Oh, and Zaya, how are you doing? No. That's... My start times, Michael, are changing to 7 just because it's easier for me with, like, life and everything. So start times are going to be changing. I have a new thing to actually, like, change it and stuff on my thing. It's gonna be sad. I always make it like 7 o'clock mostly, so you know that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, LED stuff, that is what we're doing. Oh, and that is too bad that the Rockets lost. Does anybody know the score of the Edmonton game? So they started at 4 and I feel like it is over already, but I've been so busy setting up and getting everything ready that I don't know. So if anybody can post in chat score of the Edmonton game, I would absolutely love to know that because I am like super duper into this. So, yeah, I better get on that. Taxes are due tomorrow by midnight. I know. Yeah, totally, Lizzie. You should get Nami in here. He is always a wonderful person in chat. 6-3 for Anaheim? That is not, I'm not happy about that. And they're at a home game, which is like really shitty because, I mean, you expect that at home games, they're going to do better. So, I mean, that's not great. Look at what's happening. Things are happening and all these like emotes are going on. It's so crazy wild. Oh yeah, modern. That's not, oh, I mean, Aura, sorry. Why are you always white? Why, Aura? Like, you are always white. Seriously. Yeah, you can't wait to see how I'm gonna like your lives tonight, Cassian. My God. But, Aura, your name is always white. Like, always. And I can barely see it, but I just know that it's Aura. But look, now you have a badge. So apparently that's what bits do. is that you can get like badges and they make things happen. So I don't know. I don't really know how it works, but that's just what came with getting affiliate status. So I mean, that's cool. So it's like new, neat little ways to interact and everything. Andy, you can't ask why people are white. Totally. Mean Girls. Love it. I know, but it is. Aura's name is always white for me. Always. And I can barely see it at all. And then I obviously don't have my glasses, so, you know, whatever. But change your name color to white for this whole reason. It's true. I cannot even see Aura do it. Hey, Modern, how are you doing? You changed? Oh, you changed to change white names so that you can read them? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So I just like know that it's Aura. If I can't read it, it's Aura. So that's kind of how I'm doing this. So today we are doing on our tutorial is LEDs. I'm going to build some circuits for you guys. Now I'm going to show you all of the like scientific math things like Ohm's law and stuff that you should be using to be doing your circuits and all of like, you know, to figure out all of your volts and your amps and your wiring. But personally, like, I'm going to explain to you as a cosplayer. I'm going to explain it to you guys as I know how to do it because I find that to be the easiest way because not all of us went to engineering school. So some of us are just learning this from the internets and whatever. So I'm going to explain it to you as simple as I possibly can. So yes, yeah, you did. You got a little badge thing. So you don't see the cheers count towards the grand total of the donations part. No, it doesn't. So donations, apparently, like I'm just learning all of this stuff, right? I don't quite know, but the donations bar is just like the separate donations down there and the cheers is on a separate thing. And I guess on Streamlabs, I can't make them go together. So I can't quite make them, I don't know how to make it so that it goes into that. Oh, thanks, our Gully, for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I don't really know how to make them go together on the donation bar. So it's just like the donation button below, I think just does it, and then the other one. So I don't really know how to do it. But yeah. So you're scared of this tutorial seeing everything on my table. I know. The table is kind of like crazy right now. So yes, it is. Is that from buying bits so you get the badge? Yeah, it's like the donating bits or something like that. Hey, Crusader, how are you doing? What is up? But yeah, so I'm not too sure. I don't know how to like combine the two. So maybe I'll figure that out in the future. But yeah, I'd like to make the bar circuit go. I guess this is the donations envelope. I don't really know how it works. I just like do what the internet tells me to do when I read like how to set up a nice look on your Twitch. And so I just do it. Oh, Captain Shiny Pants. Thanks for the follow. That one was easy to read. Thank you, Captain Shiny Pants. And I love your name. So thank you for the follow. Oh, Modern, you're at work, so you're going to be lurking. Okay, thanks, Modern, for just coming in saying hello. Hopefully you can say hello later on. So, yeah, electronics, yes. So, perfect. Thanks, Lizzie, for linking that. So, I'm going to show you guys all of the stuff, and I'm going to show you the specific, like, Ohm's law and all of that, and the actual diagram of wiring a circuit. But then I'm actually going to go through it with you step by step and essentially say things like you can put the like green one onto the red one and blah, blah, blah. Because, I mean, I don't know. You guys are cosplayers or people that are just interested in wiring, and I think that this should be as easy as possible and not insane. Ah, thanks, Michael. That's awesome. History is amazing. There's a host box champs in chat. Thank you, Michael. You know, I will give you next massive hugs. That's why I see you. And Jess Aurora, thank you so much for the follow. I totally appreciate that. Lord Raven, were you working last night? Wanted to stop in, saw a huge crowd, and decided to join the dozen people level instead. I was working. Aw, thanks, Sparkle Stash. Happy Sunday. We're going to see how things light up. Yay. And yes, Lord, I was working last night, but it was pretty nutty, and it was really, really, really busy, so it's just, But finally, I am done work for the week, and that's why I'm in such a better mood. I slept in today. I had just such a chill day, and I am just so stoked that it is Sunday, and it is time for relaxy, chill Sunday times. Yes, so excited. Oh, hey, Aquadim. Oh, and Danath13, thank you so much for the follow. Ohm's Law, that's right, I got it here. So, oh, and Yezin says hi. Tell her I say hi as well, Nika. Oh, Nerida Bell, thank you so much for the follow. I totally appreciate that. Okay, your bodies are ready to learn. All right, so let's go, as always, when I start my... Aw, yay, thank you for hosting me, Aqua. So, as always, when I start off my shows, we go into the first thing, which is our material list. So here is our material list. Oh no, we didn't just see the recent cheer. Let's go back. Let's go back to the scene. There it is. We got the end of it. Awesome. We got the end of it. Yes. Okay. So when we go back into our materials list, so our materials list for today are, of course, LEDs. The one thing I did not put on this materials list is, it's kind of, I didn't put resin and like making resin gems and stuff. So we learned that a few episodes ago of how to make resin gems. And so I'll show you exactly what I do with the LEDs, because as always, this is for cosplay. So if you are wanting to make your gemstones light up, which is what I'm going to be wiring today, you will need to just go back and watch the resin tutorial about how to create the gems in the first place that you're trying to light up. So I didn't put them on there because of the previous tutorial, but yes, that's all part of it. It's a step process. So LEDs, wire. So I like to use 2 colors of wire. You can use just a single color of wire if you would like. I like to use 2 because it helps me remember which is my positive and which is my negative. Solder, obviously, you'll need some solder. Battery holders, a soldering stand, which I will explain. This is the one, most of the items that are on here are stuff that you can get locally, and or you can order them online if you want. I got all my stuff locally. They are super duper inexpensive except for the soldering stand. It's not that expensive. It's like about, I don't know, I think mine was like $30 or $40. So it's not that expensive, but it is a little bit of an investment as opposed to like 30 cents for LEDs and like, you know, $2 a meter for wire and stuff. So it is like the big ticket item in this tutorial today, but it really, really is worth it. And resistors, I've got some resistors. The person who informed me of all of this stuff at the electronics store says that when I'm doing just a single circuit wiring for one LED, because of the 3-volt battery that I'm using, I don't need to include a resistor. But if you are going to be doing multiple LEDs on one line, then you will want to have a resistor, a soldering iron, obviously, because you need a soldering iron. I don't have mine plugged in yet, but I will plug it in when we get going just so I don't burn myself. Switches, because you want to be able to turn them on and off. Battery, obviously you need some batteries. And PPE, protective personal equipment. There is smoke that can happen when you are soldering. Depending on the type of solder, I have 2 solders here. One is a lead-free rosin core solder, and the other one actually is a lead solder. So lead is obviously poison, and you don't want to be getting it on your skin or in your eyes or whatever. I'm going to try doing it with the lead-free one, but sometimes people feel like with the lead-free you don't get as good of a bond, but it is kind of a personal thing. But yes, So you want to have proper masks, proper goggles, proper gloves, all of that stuff. So I'm going to go back and we are going to take a look at all the materials that I mentioned. So first off, aw, yay, she's so happy. Yasmin's so happy for the shout out. That's awesome. And LEDs, diodes, right? Kane, no, I'm going to be explaining this. I promise you, I'm going to be explaining this as simple as I possibly can. I really want you guys to be able to like learn this in a very, very simple way, in the way that I learned it, because I mean, who here is an electrical engineer? And if you are an electrical engineer in chat, please don't judge me on my layman's terms of speaking. Nami of Skyline Cosplay says hi, hello, tell Skyline I say hello. Yeah, or a physics and craft class in one day. And resistors, coats, like, oh, cost like 5 cents. Yeah, for sure. They're really, really cheap. So I'll show you all of the materials that I just mentioned. Can I use a solder thing on iron? I am not entirely sure exactly what metals you can solder. All I know is that this is all of the wiring that I'm going to be using is all of the stuff that I bought at an electronics store. It is meant for making wiring and circuitry and everything. Kane, you promised not to judge? Oh my god, Kane, are you an electrical engineer? If you are, or you're like an engineering student or something, don't judge me. So sorry, Kane, if I sound a little novice. I'm just a cosplayer, and this is how I learned it, and this is for other cosplayers if they want to learn. So, Zaya, you'll be okay playing some League. Okay. Bye, Michael. Thank you for stopping in. And Aqua, aw, thanks for saying that I'm pretty. So could I use the solder thing on iron like a horseshoe? I'm not too sure. Soldering material really, truly is meant for electronics. It's meant for doing circuit boards. It's meant for all of those sort of inner workings of your computer. There are certain things called Arduino systems, which is an advanced computer system that is used, like if you ever see cosplayers who have like pulsing lights in their cosplays, or lights that change colors in all sorts of different patterns, that's what an Arduino system is. But can you solder onto like old metals like a horseshoe? I'm actually not entirely sure, and I've never tried it. So the episode say, yay, you love learning. Hooray. Okay, so the episode that we're doing today is just very, very simple single circuitry and how you are going to actually do all the soldering of your LEDs. Very, very simple stuff. Like it's for when you are making a World of Warcraft costume or something like that, and you know you have all of those beautiful glowing gems all over the costume and game, and this is how to make those gems glow. It's like something like my Jaina Proudmoore staff that I have over there with the big, beautiful resin point that's right there. It's how to light that up and to make that stuff glow. It's if you were to be doing an Overwatch cosplay and like say something like Genji's like original outfit, how he has all of those little LEDs, green LEDs, glowing points that are all over his armor. It's like how to make that type of stuff glow. It's very much specific towards cosplay. So if we're getting into like, hey, I need to you know, my laptop broke, can you teach me how to solder to fix my computer system? No, I don't know how to do that. I know how to make some cosplay stuff light up. So, Chan, you had to leave for a second. Did I say what metal the wire is made of? So this is just, I'm not actually entirely sure what metal the wire is made of. I will show you. This is just regular electrical wire that you can get just at any sort of electronics store. The store that I go to, for all of the people that are watching that are in the Okanagan, how did the Line X, oh, Jay Bloomers, how did Line X inquiry go? Oh, I haven't had a chance to actually get to Canadian Tire yet. When I do get a chance to get to Canadian Tire, I will totally let you know exactly how the Line X information that I can get from the people there will go. So I will keep you posted on that. Discreet. Hello, Discreet. It's so glad to see you. Hello. So yes, this is so first off, going through the material list, if you can see, it's all jumbled. I should have probably organized my wire, but it's a little bit jumbled up right here, but you can see these are just the two basic types of wire. I have a red and a green. Now, if you guys live anywhere close to me, if there's some Okanaganers that are tuning in, there is a store in Kelowna and it's called Wytec Direct, WYTEC Direct, and it sells all of this stuff at wholesale prices. So it is very, very cheap, and you can go in there and it's stuff like wire, for example, is like, you know, $1 a meter or $2 a meter. You can just get a ton of it. Oh, thanks, Drew. Thanks so much for the donation. I appreciate that, because cosplay and learning and stuff, it's great. Thank you, Drew. I totally appreciate the donation. That's awesome. Oh, I know, Holy Balls Tangled, right? Argyle. It's, you need to give me a pet robot. Oh my God. And yeah, Merry Christmas. Let's see, are they the same, Kane? Yeah, okay. So Kane, I'm assuming, so Kane in chat, yes, these are the same. The outside colors mean literally nothing. So it's just easier to work because your LEDs, if you can kind of see this here, here is an LED. I'm going through my materials list, but please focus for me, please. Please. Oh, gotta use this camera. Okay. I'm trying to focus. Because it's so thin, it's not focusing properly. So I'm trying to hold it up. If you can kind of see, there's one prong on the LED that is longer than the other. This means that one side, because like a battery, right? You have a plus and a minus, a positive and a negative on a battery. So one side of your prong is the positive side, and one side of your prong is the negative side. So if you can sort of see, so this is LEDs. This is one part of my, we'll start with the basics of the materials list. Here are a bunch of different LEDs that I have. So with LEDs, I just went to, again, Wytec Direct. Aw, I get a hug. Thanks, Aqua. And, yeah, like I said, oh, Galactic Edge Cosplay, you're so sick. Aw, thank you. I heard the word Arduino. We're just doing circuitry. We're doing how to make all your resin gems glow and how to make stuff, like, light up on your cosplay. So these are LEDs right here. And, the LEDs are sold in sort of smaller ones here, and then you got a couple bigger ones. They're so cheap. They're sold like 10 cents an LED, 30 cents an LED, and you can buy them in big bundles. So these LEDs, I just got at the store. I just picked up a bunch of them, like whatever, right? 30 LEDs, blah, 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 you know, and I just got a bunch of them for really cheap. You can say I want $10 worth of LEDs, $15 worth of LEDs, and you can just get a bunch of them. Now, like I was saying before, and I think Kane, because Kane is our like resident engineer in the chat right now. So, oh, hey, Christian, hello. Yeah, so Kane is our resident engineer in the chat. So I think Kane is going to be the best person to be answering some even more technical questions as well the chat might have, or stuff that I might miss. So I'm looking at you, Kane, as our like resident engineer to be pretty present in some of this stuff. So yeah, so there's tons of, oh, thank you so much, Lizzie, for sure. For reference, thank you, Lizzie, for sending the link. So you can see these are the LEDs. So like I was saying before, there is a, I just wish this would work. There's a smaller side and a longer side of the LEDs. So that means that one end is going to be a positive and one end is going to be a negative. Yeah, no pressure, Kate, but you got it. So when you can see, so here's me putting the LED on a battery, and look, it's not lighting up. That's because I have the negative side on the positive and the positive side on the negative side of the battery. Now, if I were to flip it around, oh, look, it lit. So, I mean, it's pretty, these ones are pretty bright and they show up like disgustingly bright on the camera, but there you go. So you can see that it is a positive and negative. So you can test this with your LEDs first beforehand before you end up sticking them into the resin. But normally the longer side of the LED is positive and the shorter side is going to be the negative. So just make sure that you're keeping note of that. So now moving on just to, yeah, it's like really, really bright. So it's just so bad. Oh, and I'm so sorry that you're so sick, Galactic. That really sucks. I'm so sorry. And yeah, it's Eric. Jam all the wires and crap together and add a battery. Got it. Yeah, totally. That's exactly what we're doing today. This is why I'm doing this in like sort of cosplay terms. Oh, there's something I did forget on the material list. Darn it. But I will mention it and show it. So, you can use this newfound knowledge for your interrogation light. Oh, Aura. You're a mystery, aren't you? Just, wow. Like, international mystery. So sorry, free fall, sorry you missed it. So the shorter side is the negative. Yes. So normally, here's the blue one. So you can see the blue one. It's not as piercing as the red one or the orange one was. It's not as crazy. But the shorter side is usually the negative and the longer side is going to be the positive. Now, I totally recommend just doing exactly what I'm doing with your batteries and just testing it out. So again, when we're getting to the wire, all of these wires, like I'm so bad that this is how I shove it in my craft drawer, which is awful. Do not do what I do. Do this and roll it up like nicely into a nice little thing. If for whatever reason the shorter side and longer ends are the same, if you look closely at the edge of the base, there's a more square side. That's also the negative. That is awesome, Kane. Yes. Thank you so much for pointing that out. That is a very, very good point. So every LED that I have ever purchased from a store or ordered online has always had a shorter side, but normally, like, there very well could be ones that are the same. So like I said, try to take a really good look at them. Kane's advice is absolutely perfect, as well as doing your own tests before, when you are just holding them to your battery and taking note, okay? So like I was going on to the wiring. Now you shouldn't do this. This is bad. This is just like a horrible bunch of wires that I have like put all up in here. But both of these wires, the green and the red, are exactly the same. They are the same wiring throughout. It is the same plastic coating.